Hola! Are you trying to figure out the fastest way to retire? It comes down to, what do you want? Do you want to stop working early? Do you want to stop working for others? Do you just want to work for yourself? Do you want to just never work again and have straight financial freedom? If you make these investments and take these actions, you can achieve financial freedom. I'm Rena MoMoney, and today we will talk about the movement FIRE. FIRE standing for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And on this video, you will learn exactly how to retire early by putting a few steps in place and a few investments in place. And I'm going to show you how. Okay, a few basics before we jump in. If you have a job and your income did not increase by 20 to 25% last year, if your income didn't increase by that much, then you're already getting poor. You must buy assets in order to become wealthy, and successful people do not become wealthy overnight. And that being said, I want to give a shout out to a few subscribers who have decided to take this real estate journey and take this journey of just becoming a better you. So shout out to Jasmine. Congratulations on joining us and becoming a better you. Shout out to Eddie Robinson, Eleanor Adams. I want to give a shout out to Shamika Medlock. You guys have rocked. Thank you. Thanks for supporting the channel and subscribing and becoming a better you and taking those steps. So congratulations to you for taking those steps. I have a few more shout outs that we'll give a little bit later in the video, but I want to jump right in on talking about this new movement. The accurate way of saying this is financial freedom, because we want to be able to retire early so that we can do what we want, come and go as we please, go fishing if we want, fish all day if we want, to have that ability to have that financial money there to back us for the things that we want to do. In all actuality, you will need something to sustain you. So if you retire at 30 or 40 or 50, you still want something to do the next 20, 30, 40 years, whether it be a side hustle, hanging out with your grandkids. You're not going to want to fish all day. So the ability to be financial independence is really key word here. So how to retire early? What investments should we make? What actions should we take to never worry about money again? Come on in. But here are some key things that I know for fact that this will definitely help you to retire early. Whether you're 30 and want to retire in 4 years or 8 years, or if you're 40 and want to retire before age 50, regardless, if you retire before the age of 60, that's considered early. Most of us have already went through some type of financial planning or some type of financial course. But for the most part, for the beginners and for those that don't know, I want to start at the very, very top. And that very first thing you need to do is create a plan. In that plan, you will determine how much you need. Know your expenses. Know your monthly expenses and your annual expenses, because there will be some expenses that you have weekly. Know how much you need a month. You're going to need to know that number of the minimum amount that you need, and then the amount that you need that you will want. So you're going to need to know your need amount and then your want amount that you want per month. Add up your expenses and stop spending on stupid stuff. In other words, cut out the stupid spending. What I mean by that? If you were eating out 5 times a week for lunch, cut it down to 2. If you go to Starbucks every day, cut it down to 2 times a week. Stupid spending. If you go out shopping once a month, cut it down to once a quarter. These are some simple tools that you probably have heard and just never have put it into play. Again, you have to put these things in place. Simple. We have a lot here. So get ready. Matter of fact, get your pad and your pencil, because we're going to go over it. And by the time the end of this video, you will know how to retire early. And basically all you got to do is put the steps together. This is the simple stuff. We're going to get into the investments that's guaranteed will help speed up the process of you retiring early. And you can retire within 4 years. Once you determine how much you need, I want you to plan for the worst case scenario. You got to plan for the worst case scenario. What I mean by that? Worst case scenario, an insurance policy. Have the proper insurance. A college fund. Be prepared to send your kids off to college if that's what you choose to do. You have parents, grandparents, older, elderly parents. Be prepared for that emergency where you may need to help take care of your elderly parent. Have those funds. These are what I mean by planning for the worst scenarios, because just so happen you may need to take care of your parent. You definitely need to have the proper insurance policy. The worst case scenarios will definitely impact your bottom line. It will definitely impact that number that you'll need. Here's a tip. You need to focus on results and not habits. That's going to be key. I don't want to dwell so much into that because we're all adults here for the most part. We're all adults here. And these are simple things that we've heard and just have not taken heed in. You want to revisit the phases of life. If you're in your 20s and you're young, you're in college, you're getting ready for the work world or the workforce, the career force world, be sure to invest in your 401k. Now, hear me out. 401k is not the way to the riches, but if you're that age and you have a job that offers that, please invest and invest that full amount. We were not going to go into details. Just know that that's one of the best ways to invest if you're in your 20s. Be sure to invest in the 401k that's at your job. Because keeping in mind, compound interest speeds up the process. Compound interest speeds up the process. So as you invest in your 401k and you're in your 20s, you're also going to invest in these next 3 investments that are key that's going to make you rich. If you're in your 30s, you're going to invest in you. What I mean by that, you're going to educate yourself to gain more knowledge on ways to make more money. Start with side hustles. I have a video in reference to side hustles, part 1 and part 2. Take a look at that. There's a lot more side hustles besides the 20 that I mentioned, but take a look at that. So if you're in your 30s and you're still on the job, you want to continue to invest in the 401, but you also want to add side hustles. If you're in your 40s, you need to speed up the process. You need to do a combo effect. You need to side hustles, invest in 401k, and also partner up, make new connections so that you can partner up and create other businesses. If you're in your 40s, you need to also cut out more expenses, pay off some bad debt like car loans. That's going to be your focus if you're in your 40s. This is the phases of life that we're going over because this is important as you get ready to get the rest of the investments to become rich. So if you're in that 20 phase, 30 phase, and now we're in the 40s phase. If you're in your 50s and trying to retire in 4 years and retire early, then you need to double combo it and do everything that I just mentioned. But also keeping in mind that your highest debt, or should I say the debt that has the highest interest, you start there and pay that off, and then you move your way down and start investing in either another business, another side hustle, or investing that money that you're saving. So when you're in your 50s and you need to speed it up, you're going to have to do a double combo effect. I just gave you the phases of life. Now with those phases, whatever phase you're in, you also need to add these 3 investments. And speaking of investing in yourself, I like to give a shout out to the 3 other subscribers who has decided to invest in themselves. That would be Kate Barbie. Thanks for coming aboard. Thanks for investing in yourself. Dominique, hope I'm saying your name right. Congratulations on helping yourself become a better you. A. Richardson 337, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the support. Thank you all. So to Jasmine, Eddie, Eleanor, Shamika, again, thanks for your support. Thanks for subscribing. So if you'd like to be mentioned on my next video, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe now. Cut on the bell so you won't miss the good stuff that I got for you. If I'm giving you any valuable information that's making a difference in your life, and if I'm making a difference and giving you something to think about, go ahead and like. Also, you can make a comment and let me know exactly where you are in your real estate game. I like to know where you are in your real estate or in your investment or just in starting to become a better you. On this channel, we will continue to talk about real estate, finance, investment, and tips and tools to become a better you. I post 3 to 4 times a week with valuable information, and I will be randomly selecting subscribers for the next video. Okay, let's get a little deeper and let's go a little farther. We talked about the phases. We talked about some basics. Let's talk about 3 investments that will definitely make you rich. Again, you must focus on income. I've always said multiple streams of income. That's truly the real secret. So you ask, which investment should I do? Which one will speed it up? What do I need to know about this speeding up getting rich? What do I need to know about FIRE? FIRE, F-I-R-E. FIRE, financial independence, retire early. What do I need to know about it? Again, you must focus on investment and create multiple streams of income because compound interest is really the fast track way of getting rich. Here are the 3 sources that I believe truly speeds up and helps you to retire early and to help you create that compound interest. My number one is real estate. The benefits of being a real estate investor or real estate period is numerous. With real estate, you can enjoy passive income with rentals. There's a building process with real estate. There is so many areas in real estate that you can tap in. Remember, I told you wholesaling is basically an entry level, but then you want to move to having rentals. Then you may create a business in the business of real estate while you're in the rental business. You may start a lawn care business. It's endless. Another benefit of real estate, with doing real estate, you have tax advantages. There's great benefits when you are investing in real estate and you have real estate as one of your investments. You get the tax advantage. You have appreciation and compound interest with real estate. And here's a term you've heard of, REITs, which is REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. That's a great way of getting into real estate without having to own anything, without having to have to own the properties. You don't have to worry about the rehab. You don't have to worry about the leaky faucet. REITs is very good if you have this money or you've saved money. Remember, if you're in whatever phase you're in, when you start to invest, it just depends on what area you will invest in. So wherever you are in your phase of life, whether it be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or you're at your 60s and you're trying to speed this up and go on this fast track, as you do those other things that I said, and as real estate is one of the investment, it would depend on where you are, on which part of the real estate you would tap into. For those that have no credit, no money, no anything, it would be wholesaling. For those that have a little credit and is ready to jump in, it would probably be rentals. Money, but don't really want the hassle of everything that comes with being a landlord or really owning properties, REITs, REIT, REITs, Real Estate Investment Trust. More benefits about real estate is it builds equity. We talked about equity and what equity is. Equity, you pull out equity one day. That'll help you with the retirement because then you can use those funds. You can pull out of your rent. It also usually beats the average returns. If you got a CD or you got some other type of retirement that's only paying 6 or 7%. If you decide you want to become a lender, or if you get to that point that you're able to be a lender, and I can show you how to do that as well, you're looking at 10, 12, 15%, depending on what type of way you structure that loan. Again, with real estate, another benefit and advantage is you can fix and flip, which some people call it rehab. That's that quick cash. So you fix and flip, you make 30 here or 50 here or 70 here, whatever that house equity allows and whatever the difference is. And that's something that we'll have to learn when we start talking about rehab. Whatever that difference is, that's income. That's quick money, quick income, but it's income that can be used. Real estate is really just a high tangible asset value. So moving into the retirement with real estate, ultimately you want rentals for the passive income and also being a private lender so that you can have your money working for you. The second investment is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is basically a hard asset in cyberspace. And if you have thought about doing anything better or anything to do with adding extra money, you have already heard about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is good. I invest in Bitcoin myself, but I said cryptocurrency. So make sure you do your due diligence. I don't want you to put 20% into Bitcoins and then Bitcoins fall and then now you're hurting. Quite honestly, I invest in Bitcoins and I also invest in Ethereum. And I may be saying that name wrong, but I know how to spell it. But it's another cryptocurrency that's doing pretty good. I think this morning it was at like 2,800, and it's projected to hit $9,000. And I remember when Bitcoin was only $9,000 and is now like $60,000. So I don't want to give you any direction on that, but you definitely want to look at cryptocurrencies as a part of your investment, as your strategy to help you speed up the process, because there's money to be made in that. Again, like I said, cryptocurrency is a asset. It's a hard asset in cyberspace. Speaking of cyberspace and speaking of investment in that area, in that arena, you definitely want to make sure you do stocks. So if you don't touch the cryptocurrency, you definitely want to do some form of stocks. If you'd like for me to talk more about stocks, if you like 1 or 2 stock tips or the stocks that I have, I can share that with you. Put in the comments below and just say, hey, Rena MoMoney, just give me 1 or 2. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA, but I do believe in investing in something that has a proven track record for 15 to 20 years. And the stock market is definitely one of them. if you're going to go the stock route, you definitely want to invest in the index fund, or you definitely want to invest in stocks that pays a dividend. There are some stocks that pay dividends monthly, some quarterly, and some annually. That's something you need to check into. Again, if there's something you want me to kind of go over a little deeper, I don't want to go too far into stocks, but stocks is definitely one of the investment tools that will help speed you up to your way to riches and your way to retirement. With stocks, you have day trading, you have swing trading, and you have your growth stocks. Day trading is when you buy something that early morning or that day, and in that same exact day, you are trading it and selling it. So you're buying a stock and then you're selling a stock that same day. That's day trading. A swing trade is basically when you do not wait the entire year out and you may swing it. You buy it Monday and you're selling it Thursday. That's swing trading. So you'll hear that in the stock game. You'll hear day trading, swing trading. That's something that takes time, but it's well worth it if you're going to get into it. Swing trading and day trading is risky. I do want to say that, but here again, it's well worth it. You have to be consistent, and it's a gateway to just get you a little faster and a speed track to retirement and being able to retire in 4 years. I have stocks. I'll share some of my stocks. You want some that dividend stocks, like I said, and you want some stocks that you could trade. I tell you what, we'll do that on another video, and we'll talk about a little bit about stocks. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I have made some money in stocks, and I would like to share that with you. But if you're not ready completely to dive right into stocks, get you a few free stocks with Webull. I have a link below in the description part where you can sign up with Webull through my link and get a free stock and sign up with $100 and get it going. Start. I also have a link below with Acorn. Start with Acorn. Start with these little online little stuff that you can make $100 here or there, that you just need to invest $100 here or there, especially for those that are in the beginning stages and trying to make money to get ready to create side hustles or to create investment. So start there. Again, looking down below in the description, you'll see a Webull, and you'll also see Acorn. Start somewhere with investing online with those little bit of stock markets that has that compound interest. So again, stocks is pretty hard, but look, when you're at the retirement age, it's just clicking a button. When you're at the retirement part, it's just clicking a button. So you're making money 10 to 20, 30% from clicking a button. It's funny how people will work 30 years and think 30 years is not a long time to still stay poor, but yet can't see 3 or 4 years of learning or investing in the stock market to see their return after 3-4 years or after 3-4 months. Mindset again, guys, I can't say it enough. That third investment that will put you on the fast track to speeding up your retirement is businesses. So you have real estate, stocks, and businesses. Businesses, you want to create those side hustles. You can create a side hustle as early as in your 20s, 30s, and 40s. Of course, you've heard the earlier you start, is always better, but it's not too late. So if you're 50 and you're saying, look, I want to be out here and done at 54 in 4 years, or at 55 or whatever. If you're 55 and say, look, in 2 years, I want out. I guarantee you, if you do those 3 things and you find a way to invest in all 3 of those areas at the same time, you will fast track that. In that business arena, again, I have some videos. Check out the channel. I have some videos in reference to side hustles. Side hustles that you can start right now today, making you money. Side hustles that may take you $500 to start. Side hustles that may take you $5,000 to start. But get started so that you can start these businesses, because these side hustles is going to add that income that's going to allow you to invest in what? Real estate. That's going to allow you to do what? Invest in stocks. Invest in yourself. It's going to allow that. So you got to create this money. So if I've said anything to help you out, to make a difference, to make you become a better you, or get you started on your way, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already.